जब आप इंटरव्यू के थर्ड या फोर्थ राउंड में आ जाते हो एंड the recruiter asks you this awkward question, what is your salary expectation, and you don't know whether to answer it or not. It confuses you, but confused होने की कोई बात नहीं है, and hopefully after watching this video you will be able to answer this question with a lot of poise and grace. Hi everyone, welcome to Insider Gyan. My name is Soumi. I am an IIT Delhi and ISB Hyderabad grad, and on this channel I share my job experiences, my life experiences, my college experiences so that it can help some of you take the right career related decisions for you. So if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing to the channel. So what is your salary expectation? सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन जो मुझे काफ़ी लोग पूछते हैं, whether they should answer with a number or not. Now I always tell them, always answer with a number. Be very straightforward, don't be vague, because it just makes you come across as not very confident, not very clear about what you want in life, and no one wants to hire that kind of a person, right? In the rest of the video, actually I'm going to tell you how to answer this. But whether or not to answer this or not, the answer is always a big yes. Yes, you should answer this. Next, let's see how you decide what number to quote. First tip for you is to never ever go with a single number, but always go with a range, because that shows that you are flexible, you are open to hear the other person's offer as well, and then you are okay to sort of negotiate and come to a number that makes both of you happy. तो तुम्हें पता कैसे चलेगा what number you should quote? There are obviously various ways, and the most common way probably is to quote a number certain percentage above your current salary. And this method is okay to use if you are moving to a similar kind of a role in a similar industry. Anything between 20 to 25% higher than your current salary is okay to quote. And then of course it depends on what the other person wants to offer, and then you can both negotiate as well. So अगर तुम्हारी current salary 10 lakh है per annum, then it is totally okay to quote like 12 or 12.5 lakhs per annum. But I do want to caveat it by saying that it is not a really good way to value yourself. You should value yourself based on what skill sets you bring to the table, what kind of experience you bring to the table. And especially if you are moving into a new industry or a new kind of a role, then it's not really fair for you to value yourself based on your previous role. So then how do you know what you're worth and what that role that you're going to is worth? Of course, you need to do your research. And the best website, according to me, that I use quite a lot is Glassdoor. Glassdoor is a very good starting point. You can actually just on Google search things like business analyst role in Microsoft salary India, and it will open up a few options for you. Then once you go to the Glassdoor website, you will see you will have a few options. A lot of people will have shared their experiences. You'll have option to choose the location, and accordingly you can get a sense of what that role offers to other candidates. Then you should also try and talk to people in that role or company, or someone who is in that role in a different company as well. तुम्हारे नेटवर्क में जो भी होगा, you can chat with them and also get an idea, because knowing it from a person is obviously much more reliable way than just going on a website and trying to see what other people have posted. Lastly, I also want you to think about what number you are comfortable with, because you know what your expenses are, because you are the best judge of what you value yourself as. So use all of this and then quote a number which you are comfortable with, because what is the point of quoting a number which you are not comfortable with? अगर वो तुम्हें offer भी किया तो तुम कौन सा लेने वाले हो वो job, right? Now let's look at how to answer this. What is a good way to frame your answer? एक बात हमेशा ध्यान रखना, whenever you are talking about your salary expectation, you should always relate it to the value that you are bringing to the company, to the role. Option number one, how to answer. You could say something like, my expectations for this role are in the range of 10 to 12 lakhs per annum based on the experience and the value that I'm going to bring to the table. But of course, I'm also willing to know what your thoughts are, because the learning experience is equally important for me, and I'm unwilling to let go of this opportunity just based on salary. That's a very good way to sort of let the other person know about your expectations, as well as to let them know that you are flexible. Option number two, and this is more valid if you're still in your early stages of discussion. You could say something like, my salary expectations based on the research that I've done for this role is XYZ, but I would really like to know more about the role, more about my roles and responsibilities, and what the team does before making up my mind on the salary. That is again a good way to let the other person know that you are valuing yourself based on the work that you will be doing. Third option, you could say something like, given the nature of the role, I feel like my experience and the skill sets that I bring will be really valuable to the company. Based on that, I think something in the range of 12 to 13 lakhs per annum is a fair number and I would be happy with it, but I would love to know your thoughts as well. So that's how you answer your salary expectation related questions. Let me leave you with two parting thoughts. Point number one is that your first focus should always be on excelling in the interview and convincing the recruiter that you are the best person for their job, because trust me, everyone wants to hire the best people for their company, and for that, even if they have to pay you a little more, they'll not hesitate in doing that. Secondly, when you are quoting a number, don't be afraid that you are quoting too high a number. Please know that no one is going to refuse you a job just because your salary expectations are very high. If it is, according to the recruiter, they'll try to negotiate with you, they'll try to bring you down slightly, but they'll never ever outrightly reject you a job offer. Also, if the recruiter has invested so much time and energy in interviewing you for 3 or 4 rounds, then they obviously see value in hiring you. अगर salary उनके लिए इतना important होता ना, if salary would have been the barring or the limiting factor for them, then in the first or second round itself, they would have asked you what your salary expectations are. Obviously, firstly, they'll have an idea of what could be your salary expectations, क्योंकि वो हर दिन इतने सारे लोगों का इंटरव्यू लेते हैं, इतने सारे लोगों को शॉर्टलिस्ट करते हैं, and they also talk to people like you from your profile, so they know what kind of salary you may be getting right now, and they have an idea what you could be quoting based on all your research as well. So yeah, don't let this question bug you too much. अगर ये question आता है इंटरव्यू में, bindas answer karo and just sound confident. That's all for this video. Hope you guys liked it and found it useful. If you did, pata hi hai kya karna hai. Please like the video, please subscribe to the channel and share this video with anyone you think might find this useful. And yeah, I'm going to see you in the next one. Till then, bye.